What's going on, guys? Okay, another Las Vegas video coming at you guys, and as you can tell from the title of this video is going to be about all the free things that you can do in Las Vegas. Maybe a little misleading, not all the free things you can do in Las Vegas, but I will make it a top 10 things that you can do in Las Vegas. Now, again, this 10 is going to be based on my experience. I'm not going to include things here that I haven't done. I will make some notable mentions here, and I'm not going to include the obvious things that are free in Las Vegas. If you go and talk to somebody about free things in Las Vegas, you're going to hear mostly the same answers. Those obvious things are going to include, the Bellagio fountains. Yes, it's free. We all know it's free, though, so that really, you can't include that. The volcano eruption over at Mirage, much in the same as the fountains at Bellagio, goes off, every once in a while at nighttime. Really, really spectacular show there. But again, I'm not going to include that. The pirate ship battles over at Treasure Island, another free thing, but still, you already know. And of course, the Las Vegas sign. Everybody knows the Las Vegas sign, so I'm not going to include that in my top 10. It's actually not a top 10, just these are in no particular order at all, okay? Just 10 things that are free in Las Vegas to help you stretch your budget. Because as we know, Vegas can get expensive when you're putting a lot of money into these casinos, and it's good to have these things to kind of stretch out your time. And if you're not going to spend a whole lot, that makes a big difference. Now, again, these things are not going to include, how you're going to get to these locations. This is free stuff that you can do, but that's providing you walk to them, you know what I mean? Some of these locations you're going to have to get a taxi to. That will cost you money, but the services themselves are all going to be free. So number one, Gold and Silver Pawn Shop. This is where History Channel's Pawn Stars is filmed. And I've been here on a few occasions, and it's absolutely free. It does not cost anything to go in. And I will give it this. It's very neat to go in there and see where they film the show. And, you can even walk around the building. You can go around in the back. We went around in the back, and just happened that the gate was open. So we could see the back door where they do a lot of filming there, too. We got to see that. We got to see the mural that was drawn in the back of the building. And, of course, the inside where they do all the filming. I don't want to tell you anything about it. I don't want to spoil it for you, but it is 100% absolutely free. As with the case with number two, Counting Cars. So this is going to be Counts Customs, where Counting Cars is filmed. This is a business owned by Danny Coker, who is a good friend of mine. I know Danny very well. And it's absolutely free to get in there. You can go in there and see his huge car collection that ranges from Corvettes to Lamborghinis. He has a huge car collection. And again, you get to see where a lot of things are filmed. And more often than not, you're going to see somebody from the show at the location. And when you read online, you read that a lot of people absolutely do see all these cast members from the show. And I'm not going to put this as number three, but the same thing goes for like any other spin-off locations from Pawn Stars, which include the Toy Shack, which is owned by a guy named Johnny. And then there's Ultimate Sport Cards from Jeremy. I know Jeremy as well. Met him a few times. And other locations. I think there's an art gallery in the Forum Shops over at Caesars, owned by a guy named Brent or something like that. Anyway, those are all free to go to as well. They are stores and open locations. Number three, this was cool because I happened to come on it as a surprise, and that is going to be the Fall of Atlanta show at Caesars Forum Shops. This was so cool, guys. We were walking through there, me and my family, and we ended up coming to a dead end. And it's kind of like a circle dead end, so you just circle around and come right back. And we went into a Nike store. My kids wanted to buy some Nike stuff, and when we came out, we noticed that there was a huge crowd that was gathering around this circle. And so we kind of went out and kind of nosed around. We were wondering what was going on. And then all of a sudden, this full animatronic show started. Oh my God, so entertaining. It's basically, Atlas comes out and his two kids, and he has to decide which one of his two kids are going to rule the kingdom. And it was just really good acting, really good dialogue, and the animatronics was fantastic. And it's absolutely free. It was right there in the middle of the mall. You wouldn't think, wow, a show like that would be free. I mean, you'd pay for that at any random town, such as the one that I live in. So it was really entertaining and absolutely free, and I would recommend going to see this Fall of Atlantis at Caesars. So guys, put it on your list. Absolutely free. It'll take your mind off your heavy losses if you happen to be taking any. So yeah. Number 4. This probably could have been put in the obvious section, but a lot of people surprisingly don't know about this. And it's the Fremont experience. It's absolutely free. You are not obligated to spend 1 penny while on Fremont. And I'm going to say Fremont experience, but only at nighttime. Because in daytime, all you see is, yeah, you do see the dome, but there's nothing special about it. It almost looks like it's there to sunblock or something. Fremont experience at nighttime. What a fantastic show. During my last trip, we spent a lot of time there at night, and we were able to get a lot of video of, you know, the display that happens on Fremont and just how lively Fremont, you know, becomes at nighttime. It's more busier on Fremont at night than it is on the damn Strip. You're shoulder to shoulder with people, and this was in February. So it's absolutely free, guys. Get your ass to Fremont. Go experience everything it has to offer. It's so everything is just right next to each other. You have a huge amount of businesses in a small area, and you can spend a day on Fremont Street and easily be entertained for very little. First of all, there's more street performers on Fremont than I found anywhere else in Las Vegas. Varying things too. It's not all just music. You get magicians, you get, some people call them freaks, but I mean, they're not freaks. They're doing what they can to make a living. You'll see half-dressed women, not even half-dressed, like barely anything. I seen a woman with a tiny little thing covering her vagina and 2 pieces of electrical tape covering her nipples, all right? Like, you see stuff like that on Fremont. And again, you're not obligated to spend any money, remember. However, tipping is often a very nice courtesy for these people. But just in entertainment alone, with sidewalk entertainment, performers, you could spend a half a day there just watching everybody. And that's in addition to all the other things that are on Fremont that can entertain you just by watching them as well. So definitely, guys, get your ass to Fremont. Number 5 is going to be the circus acts over at Circus. No, it's not going to be a Cirque du Soleil show. It's not going to be that intense. But man, we were watching this for about 30 minutes. You got like these trapeze acts. When we were watching, it was the trapeze acts. They were swinging from poles. They were jumping from one pole to another. And I'm telling you, these acts were unbelievable. Highly entertaining, guys. And from what I understand, they run quite often throughout the day. So chances are if you're there and they're not happening, they'll be happening soon. So give it a shot, guys. Go over to Circus. Take a look at these free circus acts and save some money. Number 6, the Bellagio Conservatory. Each time I went to the Bellagio Conservatory, I was highly entertained. They always have a theme, and you learn about this theme. The last time we were there was the Chinese New Year's, and it was the year of the rooster. And wow, just a fantastic display. A lot of effort goes into making this conservatory what it is, and I'm always in there for 20 minutes, sometimes 30 minutes, just looking around and just being immersed into whatever theme it is. And most recently, I'll have some pictures sliding by that were sent to me by a viewer, and just take a look, guys. Wow, a lot of work goes into this, and wow, get your ass to the Bellagio Conservatory, experience it. You can find yourself in there for 30 minutes, being entertained, or at least being educated and immersed in a different experience, and highly recommended here, guys. Number 7, the Linq Promenade. A lot of people could argue, well, it's just a promenade. It is just a promenade, but it's a very entertaining promenade. I mean, you can go into places like O'Shea's, where there's live entertainment, free. You don't have to pay. There's no cover charge to get in here, at least from what I understand. And you can go into these places. There's all sorts of places like that on that promenade. You can get a half a day's worth of entertainment just on that promenade, and it's free. You can walk on that promenade all the way from the Strip to the high roller Ferris wheel. So I'm glad that we were able to spend our time there and really soak in that whole area's I don't want to say it's a culture, but there's definitely a vibe there going on with that promenade, and definitely something you want to check out, guys. You can get there right directly from the Strip. We walked through the Flamingo and we ended up getting there, but you can get there from the Strip as well. So very easy place to find too. Number 8, M&M World. Now, yeah, it's a store. I know it's a store, but it's not just a store. It's an experience. There's 4 floors. That's crazy. 4 floors of M&M, everything M&Ms. Also included in that, you can go all the way up on the top floor. I think it's on the top floor or 3rd floor, where they have a free 3D movie for the kids. So you put 3D glasses on and you go in and you watch a free 3D movie. I think it lasted right around 10-15 minutes. We went in and we watched it. Very entertaining. The kids loved it, and it's free. So I mean, especially if you're going to Vegas with kids and you want to stretch that budget a little bit, go to M&M World. Yeah, you probably buy some chocolate. You're spending money, but there's no charge to go in there. And like I said, for 4 floors worth, you get to see a lot of stuff, and there is some entertainment value there too. So a very nice location that does not cost anything, and that's going to include, with number 9, Hershey World. Same thing. Everything Hershey, everything chocolate, candies, confectionaries, even so much as like a 12-foot Statue of Liberty, either made of licorice or chocolate. They change them out from time to time, and that's pretty cool to see. You can buy some pretty cool things in there. Like I said, you don't have to buy anything. There's no obligation. And just going through the New York itself is really a fun thing to do. It's free. There's lots of stuff to look at, and you're going to be absolutely entertained walking through there. Take my word for it. Number 10, the Flamingo habitat over at the Flamingo. And this was another one that we stumbled on by surprise. We were heading over to the High Roller, walking through the Flamingo, and we seen Flamingo habitat. And I was like, well, yeah, we can go. We'll see how much it costs and how long it takes. And we asked somebody. They're like, no, it's free. Go on in. I was like, wow, cool. All right, right on. Let's go check it out. Beautiful. Beautiful spot, guys. This Flamingo habitat doesn't just offer flamingos. They also have a lot of water running through that park there. They have all sorts of different kinds of fish. One that I can remember off the top of my head was koi fish. But even some of their pathways were dedicated with names. People had passed away, people who had gotten married, and that was just a nice personal touch. And there's just a nice place back there where you can sit down, relax, soak in the sun. Lots of nice palm trees back there. They definitely put in a lot of work to make this habitat what it is, and it is absolutely 100% free, and a great way to spend, you know, half an hour to an hour to stretch out that gambling budget. Okay, so that's it. The end of my 10 list. And some notables I'll mention too was going to see the $1 million in cash over at Binion's Hotel and Casino. They do have $1 million there on display. Go take your picture with it. Again, not going to offer much entertainment value, but still free. That also includes right across the road at the Golden Nugget. They have the largest piece of gold in the world. Again, you know, take your picture with it, and even sometimes just walking through these casinos is also entertainment in itself. You know, every casino is different, has something different to offer. The aquarium over at the Silverton is another absolutely free thing to do. I'm not sure I'd go out of my way to go see it, but it is free if you do have time to kill. The Palazzo Waterfall Atrium. Me and my wife were there when we visited the Venetian, not our last trip, but our first trip, and very nice display there too. Again, you're not going to spend a whole lot of time here, but it is nice to see. And if you're going to be like going on the little boat rides there at the Venetian, head over to the Palazzo and check it out. You know, it's not that far away, and it is absolutely free. Another one would be the Hard Rock Hotel. They have some of the biggest celebrity memorabilia displays there, where it's signed photos, stuff owned by the celebrities, and this stuff is just rampant through the entire property. And believe it or not, celebrities do frequent this hotel often, so you might just run into somebody who's famous, you know. And again, all these displays are free. So there you go, guys. I hope this list can help with your Las Vegas trip and help you stretch that budget, you know, a little further, because again, Las Vegas isn't just about gambling. There's so much more there that you can experience. And again, this is free stuff. There's other stuff in Vegas that you can pay for that's not gambling that will absolutely entertain you as well. That'll be for a future video. But that's it, guys. Again, thank you so much for watching. Thank you very much for the support, and I will see you in the next Las Vegas video.